Welcome to our Defense Briefing Show. First up, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reportedly used an unsecured dirty internet line in his office to access signal bypassing Pentagon security protocols. This has raised eyebrows as sensitive military info might have been shared over an insecure connection, prompting calls for investigations and potential firings. The Pentagon denies the use of signal on official computers, but security concerns remain high. Next, a warning from a former Pentagon official trying to run the Department of Defense like a business could backfire. Karlin emphasizes that the DoD's complex, bureaucratic and high-stakes environment is very different from private companies. Reforms aimed at cutting waste must be carefully handled to avoid risking lives or compromising national security, highlighting the importance of understanding the unique challenges the military faces. Finally, in Geraldton, Australia, WWI history comes alive. From a surge in population during wartime to recent discoveries of WWI artifacts, the town's military legacy is still very much present. Today, Geraldton plays a key role in international signals intelligence through the Kojarena Station, part of the Five Eyes Alliance, helping keep global security in check. These stories remind us how the past continues to influence our present security landscape. Please continue to watch for more detailed insights. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation vividly recounts a story of Geraldton during World War II, a small coastal town that swelled from 5,000 to 40,000 inhabitants as the threat of Japanese invasion loomed. Young Stan Gratt, just 9 at the time, recalls the parade of soldiers down Marine Terrace, a show of strength meant to deter spies and reassure the populace. Post-war, the town returned to its peaceful roots, but remnants of its wartime past linger. An old aircraft tire washed ashore, possibly from a WWI bomber, hints at the clandestine activities that once defined the region. Today, Geraldton remains a hub of intelligence and surveillance, with the construction of a secretive defense communication station near Kojarena in the late 1980s, marking Australia's strategic shift towards signals intelligence, part of the renowned Five Eyes Alliance. Experts emphasize that these sites, crucial for modern espionage, operate under a veil of transparency that's hard to match elsewhere, highlighting the ongoing importance of intelligence sharing in safeguarding national security. Yahoo US offers a cautionary perspective on the Pentagon's efforts to reform and streamline its operations, warning that treating the Department of Defense like a business could backfire due to its inherently different nature. Karlin, a former Pentagon official, underscores how the military's risk management is far more complex and consequential. Failure can mean loss of life, unlike in the corporate world, where failure often results in financial loss or job cuts. She stresses that the Pentagon's sprawling bureaucracy, overseen by Congress and hampered by political gridlock, cannot simply be restructured like a private enterprise. Recent initiatives to cut waste, such as the $5.1 billion in reduced contracts, are steps in the right direction, but genuine reform demands an appreciation of the military's unique risks and organizational intricacies to avoid unintended harm. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation also delves into the enduring legacy of WWII in Geraldton, where the echoes of wartime intelligence and surveillance continue to shape Australia's security landscape. The story of a beachcomber uncovering a WWI aircraft tire, possibly linked to the wartime airbase, underscores how history's remnants persist beneath the surface. The evolution of intelligence gathering, ranging from signals intercepts at Kojarena to satellite imagery, has transformed the way modern wars are fought, emphasizing deterrence and strategic advantage. Experts like John Blaxland and Richard Tanter highlight the importance of these facilities within the Five Eyes Alliance, revealing a complex web of espionage that balances transparency with secrecy. As international tensions rise, Lessons from history remind us that understanding and managing intelligence operations are vital to preventing future conflicts, even as they remain shrouded in confidentiality. The New York Times highlights the alarming presence of toxic chemicals in baby crib mattresses, revealing that many contain hazardous substances such as banned flame retardants, carcinogens, and endocrine disruptors. Studies published in Environmental Science and Technology found these chemicals off-gassing from foam inside the mattresses, contaminating the air where infants spend up to 18 hours daily and breathing at a rate 10 times higher than adults. Despite no direct evidence linking these toxins to health issues, the unregulated nature of the industry raises concerns about infants' exposure to harmful chemicals, prompting experts to advocate for stricter regulations and safer product choices. Practical advice for parents includes decluttering the nursery, washing linens frequently, avoiding plastic mattress covers, and selecting products certified by independent organizations like the EWG, GOTS, and OEKO-TEX, which verify safer materials and transparency in manufacturing. The Sydney Morning Herald reports a disturbing incident during Melbourne's Anzac Day dawn service where a small group of far-right extremists led by neo-Nazi Jacob Hersant disrupted the solemn occasion with booze and heckling. Their protests targeted the traditional welcome to country ceremonies, claiming the day should solely honor Australian war veterans, and aimed to undermine the respectful atmosphere of remembrance. Authorities confirmed that police would likely charge a young man involved with offensive behavior, as prominent figures including Veterans Affairs Minister Matt Keogh and Premier Jacinta Allen condemned the disrespectful act. The event underscored the ongoing challenge of maintaining reverence at national commemorations amidst rising political extremism, emphasizing the importance of education and unity in honoring those who served. Yahoo US reports that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of using a North Korean ballistic missile in a recent attack on Kiev that resulted in at least 12 deaths, including 6 children. Zelensky's statement points to the possibility of North Korea supplying weapons to Russia, intensifying concerns over international alliances and the proliferation of advanced missile technology. Ukrainian intelligence is still verifying the missile's origin, but the attack, which involved both drones and missiles, caused significant casualties and injuries. The incident occurs amid reports that North Korea has sent thousands of troops to assist Russia in the Ukraine conflict, highlighting the complex geopolitical entanglements and the dangerous escalation of the ongoing war. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports that on the 110th anniversary of Gallipoli, Australians commemorated Anzac Day with heartfelt ceremonies that echoed through the nation's heart. The day began at the Australian War Memorial in Canberra, where a dawn service featured the soulful sounds of the didgeridoo, played by Flight Lieutenant James Evans, a Wiradjuri man honoring First Nations soldiers. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese paid tribute, urging the nation to let the memories of fallen soldiers inspire hope and action in dark times. Across regional towns like Wagga Wagga and Merimbula, communities gathered in solemn remembrance, with young Jordan Mansfield, only 14, performing the last post, symbolizing the passing of tradition from one generation to the next, amid concerns over fading history. Al Jazeera highlights the political evolution within Palestine as the PLO establishes a vice presidency under Mahmoud Abbas, who at 89 faces questions about succession amid declining support and internal divisions. The new role aims to position a potential successor from among Abbas's 15 PL executive committee members, possibly shaping the future leadership of the Palestinian Authority and the broader quest for international recognition. Tensions persist, with Hamas criticizing Abbas's recent comments and the ongoing conflict in Gaza, where over 51,000 lives have been lost since October 2023. As Gaza's war continues, with little progress on ceasefires, Abbas seeks to remain relevant, navigating a complex landscape of internal rivalry, external pressure, and the urgent need for peace. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation also shares the inspiring story of Bill Purdy, a WWI veteran who, at 102, reflects on his service as a Lancaster bomber pilot during the war. His memories evoke a vivid picture of danger and patriotism, from his training across Australia to his participation in D-Day, where he helped clear the way for Allied troops. Recognized with France's Legion of Honor and the Distinguished Flying Cross, Purdy's return home was a moment of pure joy, with tearful reunions and a lifetime of accomplishments afterward. Now, as he observes the ongoing conflicts worldwide, he calls for patience and kindness among world leaders, emphasizing the importance of compassion and unity in a world still scarred by war. His reflections serve as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made and the enduring hope for peace. The Yahoo US reports that the Defense Innovation Unit (DIU) is actively expanding its footprint across the United States, with plans to establish 3 new outposts in Kentucky, Minnesota, and Montana, complementing its existing locations in Boston, Austin, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and 5 hubs opened last year in Kansas, Ohio, Arizona, Hawaii, and Washington State. These on-ramp hubs serve as vital gateways for regional universities, startups, and local industries to engage with the Department of Defense (DoD), providing access to government funding and facilitating collaborations that foster innovation in both commercial and military applications. DIU's mission is to bridge the gap between emerging technological capabilities and the military's needs, streamlining procurement processes and integrating off-the-shelf solutions rapidly into defense systems. Lawmakers emphasize the importance of expanding DIU's reach beyond traditional tech hubs like Silicon Valley, New York, and Boston, advocating for nationwide coverage to leverage diverse regional talents and ensure that American ingenuity remains a strategic advantage in national security. DIU's director Doug Beck highlights that these efforts aim to connect local innovation ecosystems directly to DoD needs, thereby strengthening the defense industrial base and accelerating the adoption of cutting-edge commercial technologies across the country. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopsis, thoughtfully curated by the 6DO team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6DO Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6DO team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6DO Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6DO Brief via email.
Scrolling through the headlines, another crazy day. 6 degrees of stories connecting in their way. From the weather to the sports and everything we see. People making news on TV screens for free. 6-degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together like a ribbon in a twirl. Sit back and watch it all, big countryside. We're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry,